It's game time and Philadelphia, as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And, of course, Hamidou Diallo. This is their first game without him.
And it's a trade that it caught me a little off guard, I have to be honest, Kevin. He played such a big part for this team, and really the last guy I expected to see them move. And they call him Spider because of that long wingspan, 6'10" at present, but standing 6'1". Mitchell needs that to...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Screen by O'Neal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Thibault. Back to Garnett. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Shaq with the slam.
And how about the reach of O'Neal there? A huge target for his teammates on these alley-oops.
The drive. Oh!
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Towns, no luck.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Bangs home the trifecta.
Confidence is not lacking with Bogdanovich. He shows it on these shots.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. He is in awe of the talent that Karl Anthony Towns possesses. Coach said he's still reaching his full potential in terms of consistency, When he gets in rhythm, he's unstoppable. So, of course, they're going to throw lots of different looks at him to try and take him out of his game tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Mr. Mitchell.
Remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. Towns with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. O'Neal. Looking to end the run. He lays it in.
O'Neal.
O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, a dominant big man is O'Neal. Superb control inside. And this dude will feast on the interior.
Now Mitchell. 6 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. The shot misses. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Van Vliet. Here's O'Neal. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 7. Garnett, the screen. To the paint. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And, you know, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
Shaq with the screen. He lobs it up. And Shaq with the slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Takes a step back. Pass to O'Neal. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Mitchell right side. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Here's Vassell. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter.
All right.
76ers ahead.
Sixers dance team. Fans, your Sixers.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Down low, here's Watford. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. There might be more talent at the point guard position now, Greg, than there's ever been in the NBA. But who do you think sits at the top of that list?
I mean, Kevin, there's so many incredible talents, and not that I'm dodging it, but honestly, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what kind of tickles your fancy in terms of the point guard. If it's the ability to shoot and play without it, Steph's at the top of your league list, but then you get a guy like Chris Paul, who I think is as good as anybody's ever been in the pick and roll. So they're just different ways to approach this thing. And, of course, now I've forgotten 4 or 5 guys that I should have added into this conversation.
Back to Fournier. Lets it go from deep. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, I agree, and you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
And now here comes Wright, leading the break. Looking for Fournier and gets it there. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And the rejection by Bradley. Takes it inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Evan Fournier.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Here's Mitchell. And he can't jam it through.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Driving inside. Dosunmu. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
On the wing, Mitchell. Van Vliet looking around. Trying to end the drought. What a kill!
Are you kidding me?
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Garnett comes over to help. Bradley, no one around him. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. KG, that's good. And the 76ers lead by 5.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
2 minutes.
Pass to Bradley. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Odom.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Donovan Mitchell is a force offensively, of course, but he knows there's room for work at the other end. He said, I feel the need to really get after it defensively and show that. Watch film on every person I'm guarding. Defense travels. Offense comes and goes. Guys, back to you.
He's never satisfied, and I love that about him, D.A. Thanks. Pass to Garnett. Van Vliet wide open. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. Van Vliet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
Bradley can't get it to go.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Pass to Watford. To halt the run. The Grizzlies with another miss. Philadelphia leading by 11. Van Vliet outside. Mitchell outside. There's the triple. Doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Bradley. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Dosunmu. Misses the 3. And here's the break. Here's Mitchell. The shot missing.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it.
And so we conclude the first half. Philadelphia ahead as they go on a 10-0 run to end the period. And we'll be back right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Drives to the hoop. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Throws it up high. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Pass to Garnett. Stolen by O'Neal. To the middle. Right block shot. Sexton. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got it back down to single digits for the Grizzlies.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
On the wing, Mitchell. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
And a memory I have of Colin Sexton in Alabama. How about he scored 40 points in a game where the Tide only had 3 players on the court down the stretch. The young fella was undaunted.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Van Vliet. Beyond the arc. Again, Mitchell missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
In that game with only 3 players, Sexton almost led them to a comeback, Greg. In fact, they actually cut a 14-point lead down to 3.
And that tells you about Sexton's mindset. He was not prepared to let them lose, even under the toughest scenario you can imagine.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Screen by O'Neal. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Garnett defending. Pass to Shaq. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Clock at 4. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And some changes here for the 76ers. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. To the inside. Sabonis. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Nice floor awareness that time from Bright. Spots the gap and then finds the open man.
Memphis with the ball. 9-point game. There's a screen. Going inside. Dosunmu, shot's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Fournier for 3. He can't get that one. And it's Memphis the other way. Pass to Dosunmu. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Philadelphia ball.
1:39 left in the third. To the middle. Sabonis. Up and in on the way. And the 76ers lead by 9.
Excellent job by Sabonis after setting the screen. Very mobile in these pick and rolls.
Pass to Bradley. Now here's Dosunmu. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:09 left to play here in the third. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Bradley. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Dosunmu. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Watford, that's good.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And that one's good. Wright.
That is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
He takes it in. Here's Dosunmu. Hits the layup in for the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Dosunmu's got 4 points this quarter. And right, here we go. The kick out to Sabonis. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Ross is very dependable as a defender, somebody who uses his length and quick hands to bother shooters.
Come on, fans.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 6. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Here's O'Neal. Rebound by the 76ers. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Back to Mitchell. It's blocked by Shaq.
Love seeing O'Neal use his body to come up with those blocks. An imposing force and a pretty consistent defender as well.
Another shot. Garnett with the block. On the wing, Mitchell. Just over a minute played here in the 4th.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Was shot by Shaq. No good.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Van Vliet outside. There's the drive. And he converts the layup. Van Vliet's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the 76ers. Screen by O'Neal. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Thibault. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Shaq with the screen. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Mitchell outside. Down low. Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And with the ball in his hands, Mitchell attracts attention, then breaks down the defense with the pass.
Pass to Shaq. Off target at the rim.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's Mitchell with the drive. Oh, the dunk by Mitchell.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul.
Fred Van Vliet.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Screen by O'Neal. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
His second personal foul.
And the 76ers call time here. They're up by 12.
For the Sixers.
1:53 left in the 4th.
Fans, right now, a loud section gets free t-shirts. Who's going to be the loud section?
1:53 left in the game. Stolen by Van Vliet. Bogdanovich with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett outside. Bogdanovich with the screen. High post try. It doesn't go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. O'Neal misses.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the 76ers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with this first victory for the matchup, a 1-0 record against Memphis.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
First team foul.
And the 76ers with possession. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Van Vliet with it. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Memphis ball.
Here's Shaq. Off the mark, and the drought continues. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team